Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Now, I had put a post on my community page about what your questions were about the afterlife. I've got a little app right here, GhostTube. We're going to see if that brings anything through. I'm also using the Boo Tarot. You guys liked this deck last time I had it up. There you go. Take a picture, go find it. And we're going to see what answers we can get about your questions about the afterlife. So, first question, I'm wondering if our loved ones that have passed over can hear our thoughts, or is it better to speak out loud if we want them to know something? Good question. So, can our loved ones that have passed over to the other side, can they hear our thoughts, or is it better to speak out if we want them to know something? And again, it's a card reading, all for entertainment purposes only, not fact. My psychic downloads, opinions, you know that drill. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the Hermit. Okay. In the past, we have Two of Wands. So either way, if you want to talk to him in your mind, if you want to talk to him out loud, you can connect to him either way. It's, yeah. They're always there. They're always there listening to you. So it's like, however you want to communicate to them, they hear you regardless if you verbalize it or not. Yeah, they do, even in your dreams. So if you want to go connect with your loved ones in your dreams, you can do that as well. But they hear you either way, however you want to, you know, commune with them. So that's good to know. You can talk to him out loud. You can talk to him in your mind. Okay, so our next question is, I've recently started watching paranormal debunkers. It's really made me a skeptic, which saddens me. I want to know from someone I believe in, you. Why, thank you. Are ghosts really here on Earth? Are our loved ones truly here with us? Because I lost both parents within 3 years, and no matter what I do, I can't get a sign from them. I'm so sorry to hear that. I can't imagine that loss. Let's start first. Are ghosts really here on Earth? In and out. Not the burger. That's not what it's all about. In and out. They hang out here and they go elsewhere. Hang out here, go elsewhere. So they're not like constantly here at Earth. Yeah, it's like interesting, huh? They come when they want to like meet up with us, intervene, hang out, and then they go back. Yeah, interesting. It's almost like the vibration here gives them, like they can't hang out here too long. That makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that makes sense. Like the vibration here is like low and swampy and whatnot. So they can't be in here that often. And why that made sense to me was like sometimes when you watch these ghost shows, or even if you're like doing some ghost hunting on your own, you can have a communication with a spirit and then it seems like they're just gone. They're not there anymore. Like you won't feel them, or you're not getting any more responses, however you're choosing to communicate with them. They can only hang down here for so long. It's like too dense and too gross. Like you can imagine it's probably like hanging out in San Francisco 24/7. Yeah. So they can come here in and out. Yep. And they bring messages. They bring love. Well, not all of them, but some of them, our loved ones do. But they come in and out, dash in and out. They don't want to be here too long. It's too much. I don't blame them. Okay, so your second question is, are our loved ones truly here with us because you lost your parents and you can't get a sign? Okay, so let's see, how come we can't always get a sign from our loved ones? Because sometimes I know we all ask, give me a sign, just a sign, a sign. Why is it seemingly so difficult to get a sign from our loved ones who have passed away when we just want to know, you know, they're okay, they're here with us, maybe they're agreeing with what we're doing? Okay, this I've gotten before. Not the specific card. This message. I've gotten this message before. There are some spirits, some of our loved ones that pass away, choose to become like apprentices at working on communicating with us here on the earth. Some don't choose to work as hard at it. There's some, like there was, I have a friend and I was channeling her friend that passed. And I kept like getting these messages like, did you see this sign I sent you, whatever that was? And she's like, oh, I saw it. And he's like, yeah, I'm working on trying to like do bigger things. That was the message that came through. So it's almost like they work and they're becoming an apprentice at manipulating energy and however they can communicate with us. But it's almost a process. Like they have to work at it for a long, long time. See, they get to the other side, they're brand new as a spirit, and they're just like learning how to communicate with us. And there's that in and out again. Like I can't stay here too long while I practice. So, and I know time's not the same over there. They try their best when they're trying to send you signs and messages and trying to let you know they're okay. It's kind of the way it comes through to me is like, we thought this was going to be the best sign. We thought this was going to be like a light on a casino, like ding, 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 ding. They thought it would be that, and they're sending them. So it's not that they aren't sending them. It's almost like they thought that was the best way to communicate, but we didn't catch it when it came out. So, yeah. It's dependent upon like how much interaction and the way that they want to communicate, what's the easiest for them to communicate, and how much time they actually want to spend here trying to communicate so us in this dense 3D world can grasp a message. So it's not that they're not trying to. It's not like they've abandoned you and they're like, I'm not talking to you again. It's just that this is a new experience for them. And it could be maybe they have other things they'd rather tend to than learning how to manifest in the 3D world. At least that's how I get it. Okay, next question. I wish I could ask if ghosts are real, but my childhood home gave me the answer loud and clear. Most can be debunked because people fake things for views, likes, money, etc. But when it's literally in your face, it's hard to deny. That house still gives me the creeps. Oh, okay. So maybe that was a response. Oh, yeah. And then another one of you guys said, thank you for sharing your experience. I hope it wasn't anything too frightening. Okay. Do our loved ones still see us every day? Let's see. I don't know. Now that we know that they're kind of in and out, maybe they don't check up on us every day. But maybe they do. Who knows? Maybe they have a looking glass. Let me look down there today. What's Alycia up to? Oh, good Lord. Stop her. Oh, God. She's saying inappropriate things again. God, can you imagine my ancestors? Oh, God. I'm sure I got a couple up there. I'm like getting them to laugh. But some of them are probably like, oh, my gosh. No, they don't check in every day. They check in when they feel like they need to. It's almost as if they will, like, there's something you need to work on. There's something you need to learn. There's something you need to grow in. And then they're like, okay, let me go down there and see if I can throw them a bone and help them out. Throw them a bone. Yeah. They like, because you can send them thoughts and they can hear them, right? Or you can speak to them. And you could be like, say something happened and you're like, gosh, Dad, I really wish you could have seen that today. They see all those things and they know that communication and they're like, they can meet you at that vibration. That I get. They also they're not hanging out with us every day, all day long and watching us. They have their other things to do. And they understand that there's a certain amount of grief.
Please go.
Please go where? That scared the crap out of me. They understand that there's a certain level of grief that we're experiencing. At the same point, they can't be hanging around with us all the time because we're having to do our own growth. Okay? So they're here, but they're not here all the time. But they are absolutely there to celebrate with you when you're having a good time, or even when you need their support for a bad time. So let's go to the next one. Is reincarnation real? Is reincarnation real? King of Swords. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, like if you need it. Or like not if you need it, but yeah, it's like a secret type thing. It's almost like a not everybody chooses to reincarnate. Everybody, it's almost trying to right wrongs. I guess like karma. If you choose to reincarnate, or if you have to reincarnate, I don't know. Yes, it's real. You come back. Because Page of Pentacles, because there's goals that you're setting before you come back to Earth. And then you get to, this is how I've always got it, was that you and God collaborate and you're like, what do you need for your soul to grow, and what situations, and how can we place you in the right family unit to help you grow in this way. And that's like this, like, okay, what are the goals that you would like to achieve? Okay, so then you're going to come back and reincarnate. You're not going to remember jack diddly squat about what we talked about here. You're not going to remember any of that, because that's like, you need to figure this stuff out. Yeah, and then we're trying to get you moving forward in terms of your soul growth. So yes, reincarnation, this would be real. So then what if we die and have a family and a soulmate? Wouldn't coming back make things odd? Because when you pass again, your previous love is waiting for you. Cell. C-E-L-L. I don't know. Yeah, what happens with that? What happens with your like multiple lovers? You know, you got your past life lovers, you got your current life. What happens? Does that get all like awkward up there? Can you imagine, like, oh, you were with somebody and then your somebody passes and then you hook up with their best friend, and then how does that work in the afterlife? Let's ask. Seven of Swords? I don't know why the Facts of Life TV song came. It's like, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have the facts of life. I don't know how... This is so weird. It's like there's a crowd. I don't know how that works over on the other side. This seems to say that everybody knows what's going on when you come down and you're like physical human. And some people might not like it on the other side. Okay, so people can see it. They see it from a different perspective if they choose to, if they're enlightened enough. They see it, and it might get awkward or something here, but that's not the goal. It's like, humans are humans, and humans have the same qualities when they become spirit, and they may be jealous people, and there might be drama-rama, but I assume in the spirit realm, if you're going to be throwing, you know, fisticuffs at each other, it's not going to hurt, and that's a part of your soul path evolution, whatever you want to call it, on the other side. It's almost like the work that you do here, you can do there on the other side. And this is where you need to learn growth, because it's almost like partner, lover, husband, wife, all that stuff on this side, different, because there's that physical connection that's then over on the spirit side. So it's about understanding for everybody involved, of just like, you know, when you're on that side, you can't hold it against me on this side. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting one. There's probably like way more details to that one. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Are our pets there? And when we pass, do we get to see our pets? I hope so. Although my kitty, Kiri, I named him Smokey, and my husband renamed him Kiri. So that's what his name has been ever since. Anyway, we now have Ghost Kiri, and Kiri is here quite a bit. He goes up and down the steps, and he's like running around, and I don't know where Pepper is, my pup. I don't know. But I have a lot of pups that have passed on. And so let's see, when we pass away, are our pets there? Do we get to hang out with our pets? I think they're with us too. Kind of like our humans, and they come and check in on us, but our pets. Huh, 5 of Wands. 10 of Bones. In the past, Knight. That, like, they're always there. Interesting. Like, they're always there. Like, loyal friend, loyal partner. Always there. They have a harder time communicating over here. So they, like, I assume this is like, yeah, they have a harder time communicating with us here, which is interesting. But it's almost like, yes, you see them on the other side. Or when you're a ghosty too. Yes, you see them on the other side. They have a hard time though. Like, it's even harder for them to try and get back into this dense junk here on this planet. They struggle. They want to be there. But for some of them, it's harder. It depends on their will, their determination or something to get it back over through and make themselves known. So it's easier for some of them. But you go on the other side and you can see them. It's like easy breezy. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. And that's all good, but okay. There was a psychic on the Queen Mary when we went for that one of those anniversary trips where I make my husband take me to haunted places. And the lady's like, oh, do you have a dog that recently passed? I'm like, oh my God, it's Pepper. She's always with us. Even though I don't feel Pepper around me all the time, but I do feel ghost Kiri's running around. Okay, let's see. Do our loved ones, pet, or people visit us in our dreams? Is it really them? Oh, let's see. Loved ones, pets and people. Love that you put pets before the people. Do they come and visit us in our dreams? Yeah. In and out. Yep. It's so interesting. Like, yes, I'm coming. This is a Knight of Swords. Yes, I'm coming to deliver some messages and to help you out and comfort or however you need it. Yep, I do come through in your dreams. The people, the pets, everybody comes through in your dreams. This would tend to tell me more like when you need them specifically. If there's something that you're going through, then more during those times, they're there to kind of help rally the troops for you. Yeah. So, and then we have the King of Swords. That's awfully cockeyed. So yeah, they are there in your dreams, and it's kind of like we're coming through. Feels like they want to come through to help you think things through, be support team, give you comfort however you want. So yes, they come through. It's probably easier to go hang out in the dream realm. Okay, let me see. Does your soul know when it's time to go home? It's closing time. I don't know why that song came to mind. How old is that song? Alicia's old. Okay. Does the soul know when it's time to go home? Really? You do not want to, huh? Come on. Yes. Precise time. We know the exact time to go home. Now, sometimes we don't want to go. And so we try and manipulate it for like, I just have this one last thing I got to do. So we do know the precise time we're supposed to go home. And then we also know it's almost like when your mom said you're playing outside and said, okay, you got to come home now. And you're like, okay, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. So you do have, you know when you're supposed to go. You also know when you're stretching your time beyond when the time you were supposed to go back. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. You're not going to make me go home. Yeah, you know exactly when you're supposed to go. And then some of us decide not to go when we're supposed to go. Because, there's just that one last thing you want to go, and I'm not going.
Stalker.
I'm not a stalker. Shut it. Um, how weird is that? These answers, I just got this app though, so I haven't bonded with it. Apparently it wants to yell at me. Okay, so you do know when you're supposed to go home, and some of us resist it because you do have free will. Okay. Do our loved ones come to get us when we pass? Now, there seems to be stories, a lot of stories. I've heard the stories in my family when it's time to pass and they see, their partner, see their parent, their siblings, whoever's. Do our loved ones always, let's ask it that way, do our loved ones always come to get us when it's our time to go to the other side? What do you want to say about that? Yeah, it's like there's your family. There's your family. They're always there. They're like, come on, we're here for you. Yes, somebody always comes to get you. So it's not like you get on the train and you arrive at the station and no one's there to pick you up. Somebody's always there to pick you up. Yeah, after they know you're moving on, it's almost like, I don't know. I got like a and like the signal goes out and all of your people, they're all like, okay, who can go? Who's busy right now? Oh, are you helping Uncle Ted? Okay. What about, I'll go. Okay. So it's like a signal goes out and then they're just like, all right, let's go in. And it is an adventure for them because they are kind of like, I don't know what this is. I see it like our dimension, their dimension, different frequencies. And so that in-between zone, maybe that's like, when we're going to the light, as some people say, it's a mix. It's kind of like walking in a swampland or something. So it's kind of like they're there and we're here. Like we're coming through the thick shit and they're coming through the light shit. And it's like, yeah, but they are there. So that's good to know. So some people are there waiting for us. Do animals reincarnate? Let's see. Because the second part of the question is, if so, do they come?
Where are we?
I don't know, where are we? I know where I am. I live in the land of dirt people. Where are you? Okay. Do the animals reincarnate? Let's start there. Interesting. 6 of Swords. Not always. They can, but not always. Yeah, I guess that kind of goes back to what we found out about the humans. They can. They do. Now, the second part of the question was, if they do they come back? Do they stay in the same family? They stay in the same soul family. They can. It's if they choose to. If there's something like they feel like they didn't, I don't know what animals are here to achieve. I don't know what animal soul plans look like. That might be an interesting reading. But yes, they come back and reincarnate in the same soul family, but not all of them. Some of them. What do you think about that? Okay. Okay, so I think I asked this one, is reincarnation real? Looks like it is, and it looks like there's some type of discussion. Let's see if we can find out. What's the reincarnation discussion like? Beyond like, I have more work to do. Okay, go on back in. Okay, let's talk. We're going to have a conversation. You and El Jefe. And we have some ideas that we need to discuss. Okay, because in the past, yeah, we have a Queen of Pentacles. We are looking to learn all of our soul lessons. So we have this discussion. Hey, you going to go back? Yeah, I got some ideas on how I want to do this. And then we're going to put all the people in situations in place so that you have every opportunity to work on what you need to work on. And then you go off and start again. Oh, isn't that cute? Look at the little sparkles. So you make the choice. So I'm going to say for all of us here in this video right now, we all chose to be here. Okay. So you might not want to come back. I don't think I'm going to come back. If I do, it's like one more time, but I don't think I'm going to come back. I'm just saying, I think there's something, I think like I'm on old soul and there's not a lot more things here that I need to do here. I don't know. I've always had that weird feeling. Okay. Is it an open bar or a cash bar? Will they take Venmo if cash bar? Let's see if you can drink up in the other side. Pull belly up onto the bar. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, my dream. I'd belly up to the bar. Hopefully I wouldn't have a belly anymore. And I'd meet, there would be Elvis on one side, George Michael on the other. Oh my gosh, I'd be so excited. We'd be like drinking. Oh, that'd be the best. So is there a like bar on the other side where you all go hang out? Oh, please let there be. Oh, I'd say, I want your sex, George Michael. And he's like, I don't want yours. Okay. 7 of Wands. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords. Not everybody can go to this bar. It's almost like as if there is this like, we'll call it bar, meeting place, whatever. There's a meeting place there where yes, you can go and meet up. Might not be the best place for you to go though. So if you thought you were going to go to the bar on the other side and go meet up and chit chat, for some of you that might not be where you're supposed to go. It's almost like there's a bouncer at the club and like, no, and this might be that you have to go back and have a discussion about
It's impossible.
What's impossible? What's impossible? There's like a, I guess it's impossible to get past this bouncer into this like other bar because you have to go have this chat. Let me see if that's what we need to, let's confirm. It's impossible. Do you need to have a chat about your next steps before you can go hang out in the bar?
Don't leave.
Don't leave. Please don't go. Don't go. Do you have to have a meeting about your next soul steps before you can go meet in the bar? Okay, first you have to get through the transitional period of you were an earth person, now you're a spirit, okay? So you have to first get through that transition. And then we have to do a little like, you're at the pearly gates and we're going through, or whatever that, God, forgive me, Jesus. I don't remember what part of that is. Let's go through the list of the shit you jacked up and here's the stuff you need to work on. So there is kind of this accounting of past stuff. Yeah, the shit that you thought you could get away with. No, we're going to go through all of that. We need to make sure that we're both on the same page, that you did that shit and you need to be like aware of what you did. Yeah, there's some type of like making things right. Now, this doesn't feel like, okay, well, you know what? You stole little Sarah's eraser in the 7th grade and now you're going into the fiery pit of hell. Not like that. This is like there's some type of reckoning, judgment, acknowledgement of what you have done in the past. So you do need to have a sit down and go over that. And
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm telling you right now. Okay, and so then once you get to that point, then you're going to choose your adventure again. That's how this comes across. Then you're going to have a discussion and choose your adventure. So we have to do other things before we can even get to the bar. So you can't just like pass over and go straight to the bar. Apparently. Why can't I go straight to the bar? Why can't I? Okay. This one, I have no idea about this. So we're just going to ask and see whatever this means. Is the moon a reincarnation trap? I don't know what that means. But we shall see what the answer is. Okay, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this question means at all. This doesn't make any sense to me. But what I would say is like, if it is pretending to be like go to the light or something good, it would tend to be like, it looks like the place is open and people are attracted to it. Their spirits are attracted to it, but they can't get in or can't get on it or can't whatever. It's a mind fucker. Why are people going to, I don't know what this question means. Is the moon a reincarnation trap? Yes, it is. Whatever this means, I don't know. It's doing something. It feels like, okay, so whatever this has to do with reincarnation, this feels like it would be like we're trying to, I'm going to say, if there's like wayward spirits who maybe they, even though your soul family or whoever's in it's supposed to come greet you on the other side, it feels like there are some spirits that are just like, they don't have any attachments to any other spirits. And that could be by choice. That could be by design. Some of these ones, like they go to, I don't know why they're like, something with the moon affects them in terms of doing what they're supposed to do, in terms of having that afterlife conference call where we go through all the stuff. What happened there? What'd you do? You better own up to it. Now let's get on to doing some more soul work. It does feel like it's doing something no good. It's like cock blocking some shit. I don't know. It's cock blocking some shit. Whatever. I don't know. That question's beyond my brain power today. So do we go towards the light or against the light?
How? Look.
How look? What do you mean? How does that confuse me? I look at the moon. I don't know. I have a video coming out about the moon, and there's some no bueno aliens up there. I do know about that. I don't know how I can look at the moon and just know that it's a reincarnation trap. Do we go towards the light or against the light? Do you want to pipe up on that one? Come back. You go towards the light. There's the moon. What the fuck? False light. False light. Okay, so there you are. Like, okay, game over here on Earth. Now I'm going to go, right? I'm going to go. And I'm going towards the light. You see the light is on the faces of the little ghosties there, right? They're like, oh, go to the light. But then the moon, secrets, illusions, this is also like, it's lit. It doesn't have its own light, right? It's the sun's reflecting off of it. You go towards the light, but there's something here with whatever the hell the moon does with one first. Let me see where I find your Lynn Jacobson 5678. You wrote the question about, is the moon still a reincarnation trap? Tell me in the comments what that means, because there's something cellar in the basement. I don't know. There's something that is coming up with, like, yes, we go towards the light, but this is almost like a false light over here. Like, you thought the light was over here. Ha! No, we also have a light over here, like the bar sign, like it's on, open, but then it becomes like something that confuses people. And then there's like this idea where people are just hanging around. They don't go towards the light. It gets stuck here. No say. No say. And this video is already getting kind of long, so we'll have to go digging into that. We're almost here. Oh, here's our last question. If you're a fan of somebody famous when you die, will you be able to see them or just family? Example being Mac Miller or Jackie O, etc. Like I said, I want to go see Elvis. I want to go see George, Marilyn. There's a whole bunch of people I'd like to have a little talk to. Some people, I don't need to talk to them forever. Just a little chit chat. But oh my gosh, can you imagine? So can you go, meet your celebs, your famous people that you loved? Can you go meet them on the other side? Yes, you can. Well, this is encouraging. Oh. Why can't you always communicate with them, though? Oh, that's kind of funny. If, just like if you had the opportunity to speak with them here on Earth, say you and Jackie O happen to be at the same gala charity event, you need to be willing to take the risk to go talk to them. So it's almost the same thing here. Of course you can go chat to them. It's not like they have bodyguards with them or something, like an entourage. I mean, maybe the entourage is there. It doesn't keep them from speaking with you, but you have to have the courage to go and approach them. So yeah, you can definitely go talk to them. You just have to have the courage to speak up and go approach them. You can't be all starstruck there on the other side and like, oh my God, it's George Michael. I'm going to die here. Oh, I love you. So you can't like fangirl out on it. Okay, and when people do spirit boxes that you see on YouTube and your spirit, how do you know like they're connecting with you when you're spirit? So I guess we're going to go back to this then. Apps like these. Like I said, this is my first time using this app, so we can see what kind of special stuff we got going on here. It's a lot of nonsense this time. However, my opinion, in case you wondered, I think that a lot of these tools, the more that you use them, the more that you work with them, there becomes an energetic meeting of the minds, shall we say, where these tools become ones that you can work with and get the best results with, right? It's kind of like, you know, people who want to work on develop their psychic gifts. Sometimes like tarot oracle is their jam. Sometimes the pendulum's their jam. Sometimes it's just, you know, whatever, mediumship. Sometimes it's a ghost box, chat apps, whatever. Everyone can find a resonance with a tool that works for them so they can best discern the signs and symbols and things that they're getting. It's just a matter of like putting in the time with the tools. And some people just use their body as a tool and they will understand what that stuff means. So there's that. Anyhow. So how do we know when people are doing spirit boxes that they're connecting with your spirit? Or how do you know like that they're connecting with you when you're spirit? Oh, so if I'm a spirit and someone's doing a ghost box, this is how I'm going to take it. If someone's doing one of these apps, or if someone's doing the ghost box, or, you know, the things that are all those things, like how do you know that they want to talk to you? Or how do you connect? Let's just find out. I'm a ghost and someone's using one of these apps. How do I tune in? I guess would be the best way to phrase this question. Seven of Swords. Strength. Oh, this is, these are like, follow me after I say this. These are like cheater apps. These are cheater apps in terms of the spirit can communicate through this. And it's hard for them, like they can connect to this and it's not always reliable results because there is a more direct method of communication that would be very no lag or no drop, no, like having a clearer phone line. There's a different method of communication that apparently we don't have or know or whatever, that we could communicate with spirits. So this is like the bridge thing, but the spirits are like, we could communicate easily without this shit. There's something else that we could do. Yeah, there's something that's already been working. Like there's some other types of methods, modalities It's almost like forgotten history, forgotten tech, ancient tech. I don't know. There's some other type of communication device that works, that's much more reliable than this and much more clear. And so, the spirits are in and out when they use these devices, because it's almost like to get... Okay, so when I saw the, like, we're in dense 3D muck and mire, and the spirits are over here in light and airy fairy stuff. There's something about crossing the dimension from light to muck to get into this. There's an extra thing. They have to be like the most careful manager of their power. This is why they're pulling power from those devices. It's almost like, I'm not going to say it's a portal. It's like this connections gets made, but they cannot sustain this unless they're like, they've put in the work after a while to be like doing stuff over here in the 3D earth world. There's something very much about, I don't know why I'm getting all coughing. There's something about communication, and it's like trying to talk underwater, and it's like they can do it, but they can, like, it's almost like they get the bat signal and they can communicate. Yeah, they can, but there's something better, something we don't know about, something that from the past that already achieves this with very good results. Tunnel. Like a portal, not a tunnel. Tunnel. What does that mean? So we can, I think that's your question, Jessie May 5469. When people do spirit boxes and you're a spirit, how do you know like that they're connecting with you and your spirit? So I think that's got to be also a hunch. But let's see what this tunnel was. What are you talking about, tunnel? In terms of spirit communication. He kind of looks like he's in a tunnel, doesn't he? Go back. Okay, so this is a blocked way of communicating. There's like this, there's some type of device that has already been invented, thought of, created, whatever. We don't have access to it right now. There's some type of technology method. Maybe that's what this tunnel is. But here's the thing. Like when I said this is a cheater device, this is like you coming through this tunnel from their dimension, as I'm saying, as a spirit, and you want to go back to Earth and you're talking to them. Go back, go back. You do not want to go back into that dense energy. So it's almost like there's a hall monitor. No, don't stop. You're not supposed to do it this way. Don't indulge them. That's kind of how this is coming. There's that thing again. They should be using this other thing to communicate. Don't do it this way.
Under.
Because there's the world, underlying energy. Don't do it this way. There's another way to communicate with them. What does under have to do with tea in China? It's the price of tea in China, but I never say the price. Okay. With that, I don't know what they're talking about now. So we're going to leave it at that. If you have any more questions, we can always do a part 2. This is super interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, give it a share, subscribe, all that jazz. Come into the Moon Moth Manor, AlyciaWicker.com, and I will see you next time. Adios.